This is the beginning of a brand new series called Whispered Horror Stories. Okay, these are all made up stories that I just made up in my head. Okay, so today is the story of the boy, the chair, and the man. Okay. One day, a boy tells his older brother. The boy is 5. The older brother is 15. Then have you noticed the man in the corner? Okay. The older brother asks, "What do you mean?" The 5-year-old goes on to explain how every single night a man sits in the corner of his room, watching him sleep. And the older brother, kind of freaked out, goes to tell his mom. Okay. And the mom says, "Oh, he's just 5-year-old. He's probably just making up stories, as they do. It's very common for 5-year-olds to make up stories." Well, turns out, later that night, the mom can't sleep, and that's when she hears it. Footsteps walking right to her youngest's room, the 5-year-old boy's room. So she immediately runs out, and before she could come into the room, the door was locked. So she was freaked out. So she grabbed the key and unlocked it. She walks in and notices it's very warm in here. Then she remembers what her oldest son had told her about the man. Okay, so she goes to the corner, and it was very, very cold. Only in that corner, only on that one chair. She grabs her son and takes him to her room, where she will have him sleep for the next few nights. Well, it's 2 weeks later. He's been sleeping in there for a while, and they finally decide it was probably just in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. scary. So they put him back in his room. Well, that night, the mom hears this again. This time, the second she hears it, she jumps out of bed and immediately comes out, and that's when she sees him. The man at the end of the hall, looking right into her soul. She was terrified, so she immediately ran into her son's room, grabbed her son and grabbed her older boy, and locked them in her room. She called the police. The police came. They inspected the house and assured her that nobody was there and that she was probably just hallucinating. She didn't believe that she was hallucinating, but her, still freaked out, just decides to go to bed, as you do. Okay, 2 weeks later, they have a priest come in and check the house. He blesses every doorway. He blesses the family. Then he leaves, and he says a prayer for them. Well, later that night, there's a horrifying scream from the boy's room. A deep, growling scream of what sounds to be an 80-year-old man. So the husband grabs his gun and goes in there. Well, turns out it was too late. The husband screamed just the mom and the 5-year-old and the 7-year-old boy. Well, now, then suddenly all the doors are locked with chains. They look around and see all these chains. They're dripping some sort of goo. Them, they are terrified, so they hide in the best spot they can find. And that's when they hear it. Getting closer and closer and closer. Well, the mom knows exactly what she has to do. She looks around the corner and sees this thing, 8 feet tall at least, 3 eyes, with some sort of circle, some sort of glowing circle around it, chains in its arms. And then the boy turns around his head. That's the man in the corner who likes to sit in my chair. Well, the mom doesn't know what to do now. So she